There's been a lot of talk about The Witcher, the future of this franchise, lore, breaking lore, and Ciri and her being a Witcher. I'm not here to talk about any of that. None of it. What I am here to talk about is bad hiring practices and CD Projekt Red, the video game industry itself. And the biggest question I have is, why are these studios hiring people that hate gamers? I really don't get the purpose of that, but it really does seem that if you are a former video game journalist and you don't like gamers, you will be hired right away. You're going to get the job. And that is the case with CD Projekt Red. They hired a guy from The Gamer. You know, that website that attacked Hogwarts Legacy every single day after they said that they weren't going to review the game, and then they just went on and wrote hate articles about the game every single day, and they mostly just talked about J.K. Rowling. A website that is pretty close to overtaking Kotaku with gamer hate and cringe. That's what it feels like. So this comes from two places. First, Fandom Pulse, John F. Trent, and originally discovered by the channel The Reviewer Wild Take. And I want to make sure he gets some credit here, small channel. So check him out. Check him out. Help him get to 1,000 subs, because this is a good find. And it's just more examples of these people hiring people that don't like you, which honestly happens far more often than you think it would. So let's give a big round of applause to Kyan Mar, who has this as his work history, apparently, probably over on LinkedIn, I'm going to guess is where this was found. Franchise and lore designer. So this is the guy that found the loopholes or whatever it is that makes Ciri a Witcher, which, man, oh man, is something that people are not happy with. I'm not a big Witcher guy. I've played Witcher 3, and that is pretty much the extent of my Witcher knowledge. But from what I've gathered and seen from looking at people and what they've had to say about this game and their knowledge of the franchises, she's not supposed to be able to be a Witcher. Apparently maybe something with her elvish blood can allow it. I don't know, but it seems like a stretch. He's the person who apparently found all of that. So right here, The Gamer, 1 year, 4 months, lead features editor, associate editor. And then for some reason, he's qualified to be a games consultant. And he is also an associate editor at some other website. He also wants to punch gamers. Quite the history of having disdain for them, as pointed out here in the article. Let's take a look at some of these tweets. At Gamers. So all the gamers. This is at you. This is back in July 2022. Where he shared this Bernie Sanders meme. I am once again asking for you to stop being toxic little weirdos. Your opinions don't matter. Only his matters. Here's one from 2021 replying to this account that says, I am quite unknown, but I ran away to law school because it was easier than dealing with gamers. And then Mar comes in and says, law school being easier than dealing with gamers says everything anyone needs to know about this gig, LMAO. Back in 2022, he said, the thing I find funny about gamers complaining about how good games journalists have it is, like, if you think this job is so incredibly well paid, it's not, and easy, it's not, why don't you just do it yourself? Well, a lot of people have taken you up on that offer. And now there's probably about 40 video game journalists left. Back in 2020, he said this, I say this a lot, but games receiving mixed reviews is a good thing. I don't think we need to snipe at each other because some people thought a game is better, worse than we did. That's not clever. It's petty, and it never, A, comes across well, or B, is helpful in any way. I don't think this one is that bad. Here's a reply, though. This post was deleted by the post author, so he deleted this. And then, or no, he didn't delete this, I don't think. Somebody else did. Somebody deleted their post, but then he said exactly the gamers are bad enough. Then why are you in the games industry if you hate everybody that is in the hobby? That's something I'll never understand. It's almost like they just are in here because they want to piss people off because they're miserable or something. In 2020, I want muscle so I can effectively punch gamers. And also so I can carry cute people and dogs of any size easily. And then Mars says, I didn't realize until this tweet, but this is also now what I want. And then Christina comes in and says, you want to punch gamers or you want CG to punch you? And then he says, me and Caitlin will punch gamers together. All right, they're gonna make a game out of it where they go around punching gamers. And then there's another one. If you are not following the Gamer website yet, please do. We have a lot of cool shit in the works. I followed it, but I hope this won't create the impression that I'm some sort of gamer. And then Mars says, don't worry, we are the true gamers. Here he is weighing in on Lord of the Rings, probably defending, I'm going to guess, this is 2022, maybe defending Rings of Power. Not the best show to defend. Tolkien fans obsessed with accuracy are so effing weird. Nobody cares about this adaptation. Why do you care about the adaptation then? The only reason you're upset about Rings of Power is because critiquing it allows you to pretend your vitriol and bigotry have value. What's also funny is that the loudest Tolkien fans online constantly tell on themselves, you read the books? Yeah, cool. So you know Sam has dark skin. How accurate was it to cast Sean Astin then? What's that? Speak up, please. I can't hear you. Where are you going? I don't know if that's true or not because I don't read the Lord of the Rings books. I think they're hard reads, and I'm sure I'm going to get some hate for that. But the movies I like. Tried to read the books before. I just couldn't get through them. Like every other page is the titles of a person and shit. I just didn't care for it. I'm not hating on it. I just I didn't have fun reading those books. I don't have fun reading those books. Here he is getting annoyed about The Witcher show. The Witcher show, by the way, which pretty universally disliked. I would say very low ratings. A lot of people dumped that show. It's a shit show at the end of the day. But he is defending it here. Annoys me when people say Netflix's Witcher writers don't respect the lore. They have made sweeping changes, yes. Some of them have been questionable. Others have been outright bad. But it is crystal clear that they love and respect the books. Well, and that is a lazy criticism. How is it clear that they love and respect the books if they've made sweeping changes and some of them have been outright bad? He's just defending it because people that love it hate it. You seeing a pattern here? Are you seeing a pattern? Here he is talking about Harry Potter. Got all kinds of bad takes. The thing that will never cease to amaze me about people who tirelessly defend Harry Potter is that they'll say, but you used to like it. You just don't like it anymore because you disagree with J.K. Rowling's takes on things. And it's like, yes, why would I need any other reason? I kind of get the nostalgia and cultural attachment. I was at midnight launches for the books as a kid, and I watched films more times than I could count. But it's very weird to say this thing I liked as a child, an adjustment, and everything adjacent to it, no matter how immoral it is infallible. It's just a bad take machine, this guy. Here's some more. So much. I'm not going to keep going. There's so many bad takes on here. And it goes all the way from 2020 to 2023. Because I was originally going to say maybe the guy's changed, right? But I wasn't looking at all the dates when I first read through this. Like, it's consistent from 2020 all the way up to 2023. This guy just does not like people that are fans of shit. Oh, he's mad here about pronouns. You're an adult who loses their mind at the concept of pronouns, which everyone everywhere thought all of history has used every single day. That's not what it is. And you know you're being... This is what always irritates me about this, is when people get on here and say, well, yeah, everybody's got the pronouns. Everyone's a he or she. You know exactly what you're doing there. You know exactly why people are upset about it, but you blow it off as like everybody just hates English or something, and it's so disingenuous. So I think you get the point. Here's him getting mad about people that are complaining about the way diversity is handled, and of course it's just those evil straight white men. Here he is saying he is one, and he's never been discriminated, and on and on and on. CD Projekt Red looked through that history and was like, all right, this is our guy. He's going to handle lore. So everything kind of starts to make sense when you see things like this. And I'm not saying Witcher 4 is going to be a bad game. I don't know yet. I've heard that this game has a 20-year time skip after Witcher 3. And if that's the case, yeah, she would age. And she wouldn't look like a spring chicken anymore. But I don't know. Not a lot of details other than that trailer. CD Projekt Red, for the most part, has delivered. But then again, you know, that can all change too. So with this game, I'm on the fence. We'll see. Every day, more and more comes out that is starting to push me over the fence. But, like, this game, it's tough. But when I see shit like this, it's like, okay, now I'm wondering, is Siri a Witcher out of spite now? Because the lore guy dug and dug to find some loophole. The guy's praising the Netflix show and saying that the people there love the book. Never forget how that all went down. Bo DeMaio, who led up X-Men 97, which is a good show that actually loves the source material and everything. That guy was a part of The Witcher's writer room. And what did he say? Oh, they have contempt for fans. They wanted to use it to push feminism, all that shit. I don't remember if he said that exactly, but he did say that the people in there, they weren't fans of the fans, and they weren't fans of the material. But here is this guy who wasn't in the room saying that they have a deep love for the books. Okay. Sure, pal. Anyway, it's tough to say, man. I would hope this game is good, because Witcher 3 is pretty damn good. I hope this is a great game. But I'm starting to see cracks in here, and I don't even want to try to defend it. I was just trying to be sensible. Like, let's wait and see. This game's at least like 2 or 3 years away. But, man, then you find out they took a guy from The Gamer who just is not a fan of fans and put him in charge of lore. It's like, I don't know, should I be excited for this? I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.